happening, Magnus? Cyberpunk! Deep dive. Interesting deep dive video, huh? Well. Let's check this out. First comment said the fastest 14 minutes and 20 seconds of my life. This must be off the chain. Let's get it, baby.
Hey V, you alright?
Let's do this.
You won't give up with this shit.
By the way, I'm looking for some two-player games
What now?
that I can play with Scarlett, that I can stream with her. Let me know what the best ones are. Something we can have fun with, you know what I mean? Something we can have a lot of fun with, but it don't have to be too intense. Like, I could teach her to play zombies, but that shit gets intense real fast. Something we can have a lot of fun with. Help me out with that, please. Give me some suggestions, boy. Something fun where I can crack jokes and kick her ass at it, or we can play together to kick somebody else's ass.
Where are we?
Our BBS, data fortress. Bridge to the deep net. Beyond there are no borders. Beyond the black wall.
Whoa.
Welcome to the Cyberpunk 2077 2019 Deep Dive video. In last year's gameplay review, we showed you our vision for the world of Cyberpunk 2077,
Right.
its quests,
I remember
and
that.
visual design.
Right.
This year, we'd like to give you a peek at some of the playstyles you'll be able to adopt as your character progresses through the story.
Thank you for that.
You're about to see sequences embodying two distinct approaches to playing Cyberpunk. We'll show you a strong solo build. That is, a character who focuses on employing blunt force and taking instant action. And a Netrunner build. A playstyle taking frequent advantage of stealth tactics, hacking, and battlefield control achieved using malicious software. Additionally, you'll learn more about Pacifica, one of the game's districts, two gangs, the Animals and the Voodoo Boys, and you'll see glimpses of Johnny Silverhand, the digital construct who haunts our main character, V. A word of caution. Given that the video covers a section of the game deep into the main storyline, we have edited the footage to contain as few spoilers as possible. Be aware that the gameplay as presented does reveal characters and locations you'll see while playing the game's main story arc. So watch at your own discretion.
Okay, I can deal with that.
Where are we headed? This way.
In this video, you'll experience a segment of a quest from the middle of the game. We're currently in Pacifica, one of Night City's 6 unique districts.
No Pacifica, well. Nah. You guys aren't exactly great at rolling out the welcome mat for outsiders.
It was designed to be a tourist hotspot within the city. As you can see, this didn't pan out. When uncertainty struck the global economy, investors pulled their funding, leaving most establishments unfinished. It's one of those places where expectations and reality collided, resulting in a heap of disappointment. Ongoing gang wars plague this part of the city. Outsiders don't come here if they don't have to. Even by Night City's standards, it's dangerous to those unfamiliar with it.
That's cool.
Taking a casual stroll here would not be a good idea. A fast motorbike or armor-plated car would be the safer option.
Okay. Have to remember that.
Places like this have their advantages. If you're in need of rare goods or illegal cyberware, Pacifica's bustling local markets are a good place to start your search. The Grand Imperial Mall is a whole other story. It was one of the last developments in Pacifica to lose its funding. Until recently it stood vacant, but now a gang called the Animals has moved in for reasons unknown.
Not going right in the big guy up top.
Dude's built
That's
like an
what we need to
animal.
learn in order to earn the trust of
They're all
the
steroid freaks.
the Animals' rivals.
What the hell?
Could fucking tell me what you plan to do first.
You take job. You do what I say. So you chop in. Now.
Of the many gangs in Cyberpunk 2077, the Voodoo Boys are the most skilled at using the net.
Now see the little ugly. Accept it.
Why? What for?
You are my vessel now. You ugly. I see what you see. Hear what you hear.
This mysterious gang of highly skilled Netrunners has close ties to the local Haitian community.
You are V. We have been waiting.
Haitians settled in Pacifica in the 2060s after natural disasters struck their island and forced them to emigrate en masse. The Voodoo Boys gang formed around this same time, though at a smaller scale. Now the gang effectively rules Pacifica. The Voodoo Boys don't usually work with outsiders. Lucky for us, it seems they're prepared to make an exception this time.
Mr. Hansen, you said you got merc work needs doing?
Still, to earn their trust, we need to prove our worth. Placide, one of the Voodoo Boys' higher-ups, has offered us a mission. We need to infiltrate the Grand Imperial Mall, currently occupied by the Voodoo Boys' deadly enemy, a gang called the Animals.
2035.
The
07.
animals.
3 seconds before, poof, the camionette. We try to learn where the camionette come from.
The Animals are not your normal gang.
Kick
Their
it
presence
down.
in Pacifica is suspicious. They value might above all else and wear melee combat implants to raise their prowess in combat. Their beverage of choice is juice, a potent strength and speed-enhancing concoction. As sought-after bouncers, they're usually dispersed throughout town. As skilled street-level business types, they've cornered the market in illegal substances and underground live-or-die prize fights. When they converge in one spot, it's for something big. It's then they appoint the fastest and strongest among them as their ad hoc leader. In this case, it's a woman named Sasquatch.
Said you wanted my
course.
best.
Strong female.
No. As far as I remember, you said no Wolverine buffaloes on steroids. Afraid that's the cost of doing biz.
This is the tech Placide was talking about. It seems non-standard for the Animals. And this is where we come in. Getting to the van won't be easy, but we're more than qualified for the job, which we can complete in one of many ways. The character creation in Cyberpunk 2077 is the kind you'd expect from a full-fledged RPG. You start by choosing your past, important because this unlocks special options at important story junctures.
Okay.
You also fully customize your character using a deep customization system that spans not only your look and style, but also your abilities.
Okay.
Cyberpunk 2077 does not feature fixed classes. Instead, it has a fluid class system that allows players to mix and match a wide range of abilities to suit their play styles. You can create a strong solo character, a skilled
Damn.
Netrunner,
Not this
or
shit.
any other hybrid class you can imagine.
Ooh.
Let's see how a solo play style in Cyberpunk 2077 might work. Solos prefer a direct approach. They use guns and might to get things done. So
Okay.
let's wreak some havoc.
Sounds like me. Tell you the truth.
With our enhanced strength, we can strip this turret of its weapons and give the Animals a taste of their own medicine. This is how a player investing in solo abilities might live out their Terminator power fantasy.
Okay.
Enhanced strength lets us force open doors.
Okay. Sounds like my type of play right here.
Enemies to use as human shields.
Yeah.
We also gain access to powerful melee combat cyberware.
Okay.
So even someone as fast and strong as Sasquatch, the leader of this group of animals, is not impossible to beat for a solo.
That was a Batman v Superman.
But Sasquatch has a different
Arkham.
game plan. She's out to
Arkham
drag in and hack us. Let's see how this plays out.
Uh-oh.
Ready for some fun?
She hacked me?
What's going on?
Uh-oh.
It's our choice if we want to finish her off or spare her. You're Cyberpunk, your rules. If you'd rather sneak around, hide, and strike from the shadows, no problem. Just develop your net running skills to get around obstacles or hack into enemy tech to have it do the dirty work for you.
Oh shit. Okay. That's crazy. Okay.
Net running abilities mean hacking skills that let us use our cyber deck to breach access points. For this, we fill the buffer of our cyber deck with a string of instructions represented by these letters and numbers. Matching the instructions for basic access grants us control of devices connected to this network. The more instructions we match, the more control we gain over elements in the network. We can hack our way through in numerous ways. A quick hack may grant us control of the security camera. Another one should let us tweak the difficulty of the training bot to create a distraction. With our nanowire, we can even hack this guy's implants from a distance.
Okay.
In this world, almost everything is connected to a local network. And that means it can be hacked.
That's real useful. I like a lot of
brings
stealth.
us back to cyberspace.
I like a lot of brute,
You don't get to do anything in the net unnoticed. There's always someone watching. It could be corpos, or even worse, it could be NetWatch. And that is exactly the case here.
It's a full map of Pacifica. They hunt our way.
Who is they?
NetWatch. They're always out to focus.
NetWatch and the Voodoo Boys are like fire and ice. The first of these wants to maintain the old order and protect people from AI anarchy originating from beyond the Black Wall. The Voodoo Boys want to establish contact with the free AIs. They believe this will enable their boundless expansion on the net and grant them the upper hand over NetWatch. NetWatch sees this as the end of the world. Both are right.
Whoa, hey.
How you deal with the NetWatch agent is entirely up to you. Do we side with the gang? Choosing to be on NetWatch's bad side is never wise. But can we really trust the Voodoo Boys?
You set me up!
As you can see, we have many possible options. But in each case, we take a risk.
I think I'll just stick to my thing.
Is it hacking them? You'd be hacking everybody.
In the world of cyberpunk, few things go as planned. And that was just a glimpse of how complex the branching storyline in Cyberpunk 2077 can get. Every decision you make will have consequences. Your choices will shape how the world reacts to you and affect your relationships with those around you. One of those relationships is special. Ever heard of Johnny Silverhand? A rebel rocker boy who will be your companion throughout your adventure in Night City?
Come on, really think they give a rat's dick how you look?
Like everyone in Cyberpunk 2077, he has his own agenda. You'll decide if he'll be your ally or your enemy. And that chip in your head, the one thanks to which Johnny lives inside your mind.
Makes sense for him to be in this.
That's a story for another time.
Makes sense. It's Matrixy. Pre-order now. Available in April. Okay. Cool. Got plenty of time. You know what I'm saying? This looks very interesting. One thing that I like the hacking aspect. I do like the two different roles. You can go solo or you can sneak around. I do like that. You can use a little bit of it, a little both, because it looks like you have those different tiers or whatever they call them, where you can different classes where you could kind of, you know, create your, when you create it, around your own play style. So I like that. Okay. I could have swore I remember the graphics being better than the last thing that I saw for this. Tell me if I'm, mistaken. I could be mistaken. Admirable, but mistaken. So, just let me know. But, one thing I can't stand about playing games, role-playing games especially, is that I have to get used to their menu system. And upgrading, and weapons, and upgrades, and tearing shit apart, and money, and I hate that aspect of it. But after I get it, I love it. I just hate that I have to learn a new system every time. It drives me insane that I have to do that. It really does. But after I get going, I'm good. And another thing about role-playing games is that, usually if you play through one way, you don't play through the exact same way the next time because you've learned different things and your play style can totally change because you've learned of a new weapon or a new skill or something you didn't know about that you could get, earlier in the game and stuff. You know what I mean? You guys know what I'm talking about. And like the second or third time you play through, you're on God mode because you're that good at crafting the weapons, the armor, everything you need. You're a ninja at it. You're a savage. You know what I mean? So, it's the thing with streaming that I feel like I never really get a chance to truly get great at a game because, your fans usually want another one right after you're done with beaten one, you know what I mean? So, as YouTubers, we kind of have to keep playing different games, but I never get a chance to truly master a game because it would take playing through it, a couple more times maybe even one more time. But anyway, post comments down below. Let me know what you all thought about this, and if you enjoyed my reaction, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, and share. 10 million subscribers! Woo!